everybody, and welcome to Strata Gaming. Today I'm going to explain how to negotiate in the Guild Expedition in the browser-based game of Forge of Empires. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because I've had a few guild members ask for more tips and tricks on how to negotiate better, and I really felt like it would be a nice video to make for a lot of newer players to the game, or just anybody that's struggling with negotiating in the Guild Expedition, so they can get the most out of it for themselves, but also to help their guilds out. So now when I first start with doing the Guild Expedition, I always make sure that the attempt bar up here on the top left is always full of attempts, like to the max. So that way I can get the most out of the Guild Expedition in one time as I can. So now when I go through the Guild Expedition, I always try to go as far as I can first with attacking rather than negotiating, so I can save all those extra goods for future encounters where you really need to use a lot of goods, especially in the 4th level, which is the last level of Guild Expedition. Because it will take a serious amount of goods, like 7 goods of one type or whatever. It's insane. So yeah, always try to go through the Guild Expedition as far as you can with attacking until you're just can't get further because you're losing all your troops. So every time you use an encounter, every time you come across an encounter, you have one attempt when you're either attacking or negotiating. So when you do that, when you're negotiating, you see that you have 5 tribal members, and it says select a resource. Now you'll see here that I have 7 different options. I have gold and resources and goods. Now everybody will usually have the same thing, but the thing that's different is if you're in a different era, you will see different good types. So for me, I'm in the Iron Age on my 2nd city that I'm currently playing on. So I have Iron Age goods, and I have also Bronze Age goods. It's always going to be your current era and then the previous era's goods. So make sure you're very stocked up on these goods for depending on how far you can get in the Guild Expedition with negotiating. Usually when I do the 4th level of Guild Expedition, I want to make sure I have at least 150 goods of each type for my supplies. So, and as you can see, I have 7 different options with 5 different people to get a combination with. That seems a little unfair with only 3 turns. And sometimes sometimes you can have 2 spots that are the same thing, or even 3 times. So it's just ridiculous. So you could have like 3 jewelry, for example. So, and this isn't a very good not a very good chance that I'll get the right combination in only 3 turns with 5 people and 7 different items. So I'm going to show you what's really important, what I think is the bread and butter of negotiating in Forge of Empires. Now we're gonna go back to our city, and we're gonna click on our friend's tavern, and then you're going to go to the tavern shop, and here you can see that you have various boosts for your city, like coin boost, supply boost. You have you can also increase your attack percentage for your damage for your units, so that's really good for like if you're still attacking in Guild Expedition, or if you're doing the campaign map or PvP. So as you go to as you stay on the first page with the coins and the supplies, if you scroll down, you'll see extra turn here. This is like the central thing you need to advance really well in the Guild Expedition. Now you see that you have different times, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and an hour. I only ever use 15 minutes for all 8 attempts when my bar is full. I always start when my bar is full of attempts, and this is enough time to do my entire bar with 8 attempts. And also if you have gotten, as you go along with like a reward for like extra 2 attempts, it will also be enough time for using those extra attempts that you received too. So save your tavern silver and only get the 15-minute, so that way you can just use the tavern silver on, you know, the tavern upgrades that you need if you're still upgrading it, or just for a better upgrade or a better boost, like the attack boost. So we're gonna click on this to activate it. So this is gonna give me an extra turn for it's gonna give me an extra turn for the trading. When I first saw this in the tavern, I misunderstood it. I thought it was an attempt for GE. I thought, oh, like, but why would I need an extra attempt when they just replenish 1 per hour? I didn't understand that this was actually 1 extra turn for the trading, for the negotiating. So we're gonna click on that, and we're gonna see how it works. We're gonna go back to Guild Expedition. We're gonna click here, negotiate. And when you are adding different goods, make sure, at least in the first 2 rounds, to have 1 of each type represented. So we're gonna try these ones first and see if they are part of our combination for this attempt. Now you see here that there is red. This, the red means that is not part of the combination at all, and you can no longer use this good, so they won't allow you to use it. Green means this is in the right spot, so I don't have to worry about this one anymore. And yellow means it's the right good, but it's in the wrong spot. Like it says wrong person. So now I'm going to try limestone and ebony, since I haven't tried that yet. And I know that I have gold and cloth as an option. So I'm gonna do that here. And then we're gonna do that here, since these 2 already can't do that because that's not where, you know, I already tried that before. And I know that the cloth, you know, my only other option for the cloth now is right here. And for the, oh, actually I already did cloth. Well, this is the conundrum. So I already have, and I know that this is gonna go here maybe. So I'm gonna just attempt this, since I've already tried 1 of each type, and see what happens. Oh, I still have 2 turns because of my extra turn. So see, I got the right combination, so success. And as you go along further, you are going to see that that it's gonna get more intense, especially at these parts right here, these big temple pieces. Those are the hardest parts to negotiate. They always require more goods than these lesser nodes. So if you guys have any comments or suggestions for this video, please leave it in the comments below. Like, for example, if you have any questions, if you have any extra like tips for negotiating to help out another player, please leave it below. Or if you have any other areas of Forge of Empires that you're struggling with and you need help, please suggest something for me to make a video of, just to help you out, and I'd love to do that for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like it, and if you want to see more videos from me, please subscribe. Thanks guys, bye.